Welcome to Sudbury Sports Unbiased, your source for no-spin coverage on the Sudbury Wolves, Sudbury 5, Sudbury Cyclones, and Sudbury Cubs, with Rick and Craig. Hello, sports fans. Craig here, and we're wrapping up a busy day with coverage of Round 1 of the OHL Priority Selections. This was recently completed in Kingston, and we're going to give you some information on the picks made by the Sudbury Wolves, North Bay Battalion, and Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and other things as well that we think that you may find interesting. The Oshawa Generals had the first pick in the draft, and they selected Kane Kluche from Oakville, Ontario. If that name sounds familiar, it should be. Kane is the son of Dan Kluche, longtime NHL goaltender. This young man has a lot of talent. In 33 games with the Vaughan Kings, he had 32 goals, 26 assists, 58 points. He also scored 11 points, including 6 goals at the OHL Cup Showcase. So that was the first pick overall. The second pick overall was made by the Erie Otters, and that pick had a northern connection. The selection made was Colin Kennedy from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Colin's an interesting story. He is the grandson of longtime Greyhound great and former NHL star Craig Hartsburg. Last year, Kennedy played with Detroit Little Caesars. He had 24 goals and 12 assists in 20 games. In the OHL Cup Showcase, he had 5 goals and 2 assists for 7 points. This guy looks like a real goal-scoring talent. The Sudbury Wolves had the 5th selection overall, and they surprised no one by selecting Cash Kawaja from the Toronto Junior Canadiens. Kawaja is 5 feet 11 inches, weighs 166 pounds. This guy is probably a winger, although he's listed here as a forward. In 31 games with the Junior Canadiens, he had 28 goals and 35 assists for 63 points. In the OHL Cup Showcase, in 7 games, he had 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points. Apparently, this young man is extremely good offensively, really good with the puck, has the puck on a string. Not sure what's going to happen with Cash Kawaja, but he looks like an interesting prospect for the Wolves. Whether he is a good pick remains to be seen. I skipped over the Brampton Steelheads at pick number 3. They selected Tanner Adams from beautiful Porcupine, Ontario. That is outside of Timmins for those of you who don't know. Adams is a solid 6 foot. He already weighs 202 pounds. Last year, he played for Hill Academy U16. He had 29 goals and 48 assists for 77 points in 50 games. In the OHL Cup Showcase, in 5 games, he had 9 goals and 1 assist. This guy is a complete player, and in my view, he is probably one of the best, if not the best, all-around player in the draft. There is some controversy whether he will report to the Brampton Steelheads, and that remains to be seen. He has expressed a preference to report to Sudbury and to report to the Wolves. Is there a possibility that Tanner Adams could be traded by the Brampton Steelheads to the Sudbury Wolves at some point in the future? Only time will tell. But this could be a very intriguing name to keep your eye on. There were 2 other northern teams that had selections in the first round of the draft, and the North Bay Battalion went somewhat off the board because they drafted the one and only goaltender in the first round. They selected Owen Loftus from the Don Mills Flyers, and this guy is an excellent goaltender, very athletic, and he should be a real force in the North Bay goal in the future. North Bay already has some really good goaltending, and this only increases their stable of really excellent goaltenders. With the Don Mills Flyers at the OHL Cup Showcase, he played 4 games with a 3.05 goals against average and a .878 save percentage. He went 2-2 at that tournament. And finally, the last northern team to pick was the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, who picked number 12 overall, and they drafted Jaden LeCastro, a left defenseman from the Toronto Marlboros. This guy is an excellent offensive defenseman. In 32 games, he had 11 goals and 19 assists. At the OHL Cup Showcase in 4 games, he had 2 assists. The Greyhounds seem to be building an excellent young defense, and this young man will be part of things to come in the future. Rounds 2 to 15 go tomorrow all day at the Slush Puppy Place in Kingston. Rounds 2 and 3 will again be similar to round 1, where they'll have photographs and all sorts of family there. So those rounds will go fairly slowly, and you can imagine that rounds 4 to 15 are going to be rapid fire. Regardless of how long the draft takes, we'll cover it for you. We'll go through the Wolves selections. It will take a while. I don't think I'll have anything tomorrow, but probably Sunday I will do a full recap of rounds 2 to 15 of the OHL Priority Selections. That's it for today. And as we say in sports, let the sports be with you.